Dear brother, what's going on, y'all? Let me turn this air down. Man, y'all gonna travel with me this weekend. I got a lot to do this weekend. I'm on my way right now, actually, to eulogize one of my friend's mother. Um, she was an absolute beautiful woman. She was in a battle with cancer that she won, and actually, she didn't even pass away from the cancer. It was something else. I remember praying for her after not too long after I lost my mom, and we prayed, man, that his mother would stand up and she would be healed. And God really answered that prayer, man. And so he called me and let me know his mom passed away a few weeks ago, and I'm on my way to do her eulogy. These are people I served all my life. You know, this brother was a part of my church. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, that I'm a former pastor. I retired after 26 years, man, of planting churches all around the United States, building schools in South America. I traveled all around the world, man, to raise leadership and help people, man. So as a retired guy now, man, some people just reach out to me that I built great relationships with, and I'm going to help, man. Families, I still counsel people and all kinds of stuff, man. So, but I want my brothers, man, this weekend to go with me. Right after I do this funeral, I'll be headed to the airport to go teach at a gala, a banquet, honoring a man named Bishop White in upstate New York, and his wife. 50, 60 years in ministry. I'm going to go do their gala, man. And it's just, it's amazing because their daughter is the one that gave me a kidney back in 2020. I was on dialysis when I was 37 years old, man, still traveling and pastoring. I was very sick, daughter about to be born and all these things, man. And I was on dialysis trying to survive. And my life was slipping away, man. And I had gone years ago to go do ministry for Bishop White and help him. And we just built such a great relationship, man. And because of that time, man, his daughter, when she found that I was sick, she was like, look, I'm going to give you a kidney. And I'm like, whoa, like, and my blood type was so bad, man. I was just discussing this last night. My blood type was so crazy that it was going to be hard for me to get a kidney. And the doctors had just told me, like that week before, that because of my blood type, it would be 6 to 8, maybe 10 years before I would be able to get a kidney. And I'm like, man, I'm already like real sick and I don't know what's going to happen to me. And even when he said that to me, something was like, yo, have faith. Like, I'm going to work this thing out for you. And I believe that. I really did, man. For all the times in my life, for losing my daughter and my dad and my mom and all the stuff I went through, I really like have exercised faith, you know what I mean? So I didn't just have it. My faith been exercised over many years. And so for me and for other people. And so when the doctor said that, you know, the Lord told me, hey, man, stand tall. I'm going to take care of this. And I prayed to God. I said, God, I need you to give me a kidney by my 40th birthday. Like, I want that to be my birthday gift, a kidney for my 40th birthday. Right after he told me that, like, and I was 39, I think, at that point. I had been on dialysis about 2 years. And then after he told me that, she called like a few days later and was like, hey, I want to give you a kidney. And I'm like, first of all, you know, I'm not the guy to take anything from anybody. It's hard for me to receive. Maybe I should do a podcast on that, because some of y'all guys are probably like me, hard to receive. Like, I know how to give, but it's hard for me to receive things. So here she is saying, I'm going to give you a kidney. And I'm like, man, I don't even know how to take 50 cents from somebody. You know, I don't know how to take anything. And I think that podcast is going to be built on that. It's a difference between taking and receiving. But anyway, remind me, y'all, I got to do that podcast. But I don't know how to take it. So I'm like, no, you need to be healthy. You need to be okay. She was like, look, I am healthy. Like, this is something like God is telling me to do. And I'm like, yo, but you got to be a match. You know, I'm still trying to push her away. I'm still, trying to, like, make her not do this. And she's like, now, mind you, I prayed that I would get a kidney by 40, and here's someone, the Lord's about to answer my prayer, and I'm trying to push it away. But, it's just something about us, right? And so she says, I'm going to give you this kidney. And I said, well, you got a match. And so she calls the doctor. I gave her the doctor's information in my city, and she called, and they put everything together for her to give blood in her city. And my doctor called me and said, listen, this woman is a perfect match. Like, this is unbelievable. She's a perfect match. And so next thing you know, man, she comes to my city. Surgery happens right before the pandemic, January 3rd, 2020. And I get a new kidney in my body, man. So the family I'm going to serve this weekend in upstate New York is the family that gave me this kidney, man. So this weekend is big for us as a community, man, because I'm going to share it. I want y'all to go with me, man. It's not just me. This podcast is our podcast. It's our community of men that are building each other up. Remember, the Dear Brother podcast is about grown men that keep on growing, man. So I'm going to take y'all with me, man, all weekend. I'll probably shoot another one from the airport. You know, just talking to y'all, man, and sharing. But I really want my guys with me, man. It's nothing like having your crew. You know, it ain't nothing like having your crew when you're going somewhere and doing something, man. So y'all gonna rock with me all weekend, man. I'll be doing some, probably shooting from the hotel, and man, just look out for the videos, man. But yeah, this is big for me, man. This is big. Again, I'm almost at the church where I'm going to do the eulogy, man. Actually today I'm gonna talk about living with open hands. In fact, one of my podcasts was on this, living with open hands, because you know, it's a scripture that says, follow me and I will make you. And I was like pondering that for like the last 2 weeks. Like, what does that mean? Like, what is God trying to make of us? And ultimately the Lord was like, I'm trying to make you perfect. And I'm like, perfect? Like, nobody's perfect. Like, how we get perfect, you know? But perfect is really when he takes us back, you know? But through our life, we're being perfected by what he gives us. We're also being perfected by what he takes from us. So our lives, man, is not just what he puts in our hands, but what he takes, what he gives, and what we lose. Sometimes even the times we squander things and mess things up, these are the things that really make us perfect, man. Giving and taking, losing and winning, being up and being down. And so I want to talk about like living life with an open hand. You know, and sometimes we talk about open hands like this, and open hands, they look like, hey, it's a time to receive, and it is. But open hands is also, living with open hands also means let me take some things from you. Because some things about ourselves aren't the best things. There's some things about ourselves that aren't the best. And some things we use to survive, but we don't need going forward in life. You know, there's some attitudes and some ways about us that were good for where we were. Like when you were younger, coming through bad times and trying to survive some things. Like some of the attitudes that you had or the swagger you had, it was okay. You know what I mean? It was okay because you needed that to survive, or your toughness, you needed that to survive. But it comes a day, man, where you're about to go into better areas of your life, better relationships, better opportunities, where you don't need the rough, tough part of you. And so there's a promised land for all of us, man. And promised land, I'm not talking about heaven. I'm talking about the promised land of better days. Again, better opportunities, better job situations, promotions, better relationships, that better than you ever had before. Your children, all kinds of things that you're going to walk into, that some of the things you held on to that were good for one season will not be good for the next. So I'm going to talk about living with open hands and what God is trying to make us to be. And he's not trying to make us to be anything for anybody, but ultimately he's trying to make us connected to our purpose of why we came here. And automatically he makes us perfect when we go back to him. You know, death is a hard thing, you know, for the living. But the scripture talks about we should be sad the day we're born. We should be sadder the day that children are born, because they got to come into this rough world. But happy when we leave, because we're going out of this rough world back into a perfect place where we came from ultimately, man. So you're in this world for a reason, man. I'm about to pull in Wawa right quick. If some of y'all know what Wawa is from my part of town, get something right quick so I can survive this day. But hey, man, I'm gonna go in here, get me a little snack, get me a little tea. I had to get off the coffee, man. It gives me, like, I don't know, it messes me up. But hey man, thanks for riding with me. I'm gonna go get a snack right quick, and then head to the service, man. But I'm gonna hit y'all later and tell y'all, you know, all about what we experienced, man. And I'll holler at y'all later. Hit the like button, hit the share. Thanks for being with me, man. Stand tall today. I love you. Make sure you do. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Live out today, bro. Love you. Peace.